Hi everyone. If you didn't already know me from class, my name's Darren. And this is my assignment. So, what's the basis of the assignment? Kings Park. I lucky dipped Kings Park in week 7. For this assignment, I have to figure out how Kings Park communicates to people. To do that, we're gonna have to experience Kings Park first. So, let's go. So, we're in Kings Park. Let's go explore.
When the sun goes down tonight, there'll be one thing on my mind. Want to discover a part of me, set me free, baby. I'm on a mission, gotta find my space. I've got the world to see, led by only intuition. Know there's not a trace, I'm only counting on me.
So there's a lot of stuff to film here in Kings Park. So I've been really fortunate to come to the Kings Park during the Kings Park Festival. It's probably one of the most bustling times it's ever going to be here. Over the stretch of the whole park, there's lots of people here and they're all out with their families. Lots of elderly coming to see the plants, and there are just families enjoying the day. I've had a bit of trouble understanding exactly how Kings Park communicates to people, but I reckon I'll find it soon enough. Just need to do a bit more exploring. I reckon if I look a bit harder, I reckon I can find what I'm looking for. By the end of the day, I think I'm going to find out exactly how Kings Park communicates to the general public. So I spent a lot of time down at Kings Park, so I reckon it's time we head home and talk about what we've learnt today. Well, today was a big day. Now that we're back in Kings Park, let's have a talk about what we just did. So, coming back from Kings Park, a lot of stuff happening. I've learnt a lot. The way that they communicate is pretty varied. Kings Park has definitely answered a few of my questions. And let's run through them now. If Kings Park were a car, what car would it be? Kings Park would be a 2003 Toyota Prado. Because it's easily accessible, it's not super expensive to go there, it holds a lot of people, and it can handle whatever a family can throw at it. Kings Park prides itself on being able to hold events for families, and they let us know it. They're family friendly for sure, just like a 2003 Toyota Prado. One of the other questions is, if your brand was a food or drink, what would it be? If Kings Park was a food, it'd probably be a premium sausage. It's got all the juiciness of a freshly made premium pork sausage that has just come from the butcher. They've made it with love. They've got all the goodness right in the centre, just like Kings Park does. They've got Fraser's Restaurant, they've got the War Memorial, and they've got the Botanical Gardens, right one after another. They had to do a lot of planning to do that. You think a park comes together by itself? Obviously not. The people who made the park obviously had to communicate all the good stuff at Kings Park was right there in the centre. One of the other questions I had to answer was, if Kings Park was a country, what country would it be? Going to Kings Park, the obvious answer is Australia, but that seems a bit on the nose, don't you think? Well, let me explain. Kings Park prides itself on the biodiversity of its flora from all over WA, and if Australia isn't diverse, I don't know what it is. It has cultures from all over the world, right here on this island. Just like Kings Park, it's almost like its little island of WA flora. Now, if Kings Park were a movie star or a TV star, basically, if Kings Park were a celebrity, what celebrity would it be? After careful thought and consideration, I've come up with an answer. Will Smith. Yep, Kings Park is Will Smith. Sure, you'll go see a Will Smith movie, but most of the time, they're not super mega blockbusters. Not like they used to be anyway. Kings Park is just like that. They used to be the go-to spot for seeing fireworks, but compared to the waterfront and Elizabeth Quay, it's lagging behind a little bit. Kings Park also cares for people that come from all over the world to visit Kings Park. It's got a friendly nature, just like Will Smith does. If Kings Park were a colour, what colour would it be? Now, Kings Park is an obvious shade of green. No, I'm kidding. It's not green. Green is too obvious and also too literal. If Kings Park were a colour, it would probably have to be orange. Orange represents joy and happiness, enthusiasm, fascination. It's a warm colour and it gives you the feeling of summer. Colour orange totally represents Kings Park. We're almost at the end. 2 questions to go. If Kings Park could live anywhere, where would it live? It could live in the mountains of Alaska, where it's serene and quiet and no one bothers it. Or they could live in LA, bustling, with people all the time. To be perfectly honest, I think Kings Park would probably much rather live in Australia. They'd live on the Margaret River, drinking a red wine. They'd just be there, laid back, sitting on their porch. The last question is, if Kings Park was an age, how old would they be? And they'd definitely be a retiree. 70, 80 years old maybe. They'd definitely love gardening. They'd be able to tell you about all kinds of trees and plants and flowers. They'd talk about the past with a special fondness. And if you asked it, they'd probably go on a walk with you and your dog. You'd have a chat with them. It'd be really nice to visit Kings Park. Oh wait, I just did. Now if you're paying attention, then you'd realise that if Kings Park were a person, I pretty much described it in its entirety. Kings Park would be a retiree who lives in Margaret River. Their favourite celebrity would be Will Smith. Their favourite colour would be orange. They're the kind of old person that kind of holds a family event. Everyone comes around. They feed you food, the sausages. Kings Park is an old soul. What can I say? That's just what I got out of it. That's the feeling that I got when I went to Kings Park. Thanks for coming in and listening to me ramble, and hope to see you soon. See ya.